The next data type is the tuple, and we have already seen a couple of examples of tuple, but let me show you once again. So the tuple is created by using the curly brackets. So you can say we want to create a 2-element tuple, and we can say that the values should be 1 and 2. So these curly brackets are used for creating an tuple. Now tuples are very similar to your arrays, and all of the data inside the tuple is saved continuously inside the memory. And it's very common to have 2 or 3 element kind of a tuple. But if you want to save a large number of elements, then it is recommended to go with the list. Now here also we can do a simple pattern match. So on the left, let us create one more tuple. We can say A and B, and let us check the value of A, and let us try to evaluate, and we get the value back as 1. This time let us create a 3-element tuple. So in the future, whenever you are learning about web development using Phoenix, that time you will see that it's very common to have 3 elements or maximum 4-element tuple. And a very common pattern would be something like this. So the first element would be a tuple called as message. The second element would be the actual message that we want to send back, and the third element would normally be the state of your server. And let us create a tuple on the right. So the first element should be reply, message could be a string, Octallium found, and for the state we can pass a simple list of all of the friends of Octallium. So we can say Octallium, Lewis and Chico. Next, let us try and print out the message, and let us try to evaluate. Let's also check the state of our server. So we can say state, and let us try to re-evaluate, and we get the right list back. So as you can see, tuples are a very convenient data structure inside Elixir, but normally don't use more than 3 or 4 elements inside a tuple. The next data type that we are going to see is also called as the keyword list. So let me show you how a keyword list looks inside Elixir. So we can create a variable called as data. Now keyword list is actually a list, but inside the list we have the key and the value pairs. So we can say that A is 1, so A is your key, 1 is the value. Then we can say B and 2, and let us try to evaluate, and we get back our keyword list. Now what happens inside the keyword list is your key would normally be an atom, but if you remember, we write the atom as colon first and then the name of the atom. And in fact, this key value pair is actually saved as a tuple. So let me show you how it is saved as a tuple. So here let me create a list, and inside the first element, that is the key, is always saved as an atom. So I can say A, and the second element is the value, so it would be 1. And let us try and pattern match on a very simple keyword list. So we can say A and 1. So as you can see over here, A and colon, this is just a convenience feature, but while saving inside the keyword list, it is actually saved as an atom, and this key value pair is converted into a tuple, which we can see right over here. Now let us try to evaluate, and we get the same answer back. That means we have a match between the right hand side and the left hand side. For accessing the different values inside the keyword list, we can use the inbuilt module. So let us go back to our terminal, and let me write keyword dot, and let me press a tab. And as you can see, we have a lot of convenience features for working with our keywords. Let's go back to the live book, and let me show you how to fetch values from a given key. So for example, I can say that I want to access my keyword list of data, and then I want to access the key of A, and let us try to evaluate, and we get back the data as 1. Well, that's it for this one, and we'll learn more about maps and struct right in the next one.